Yo, Revolver here, and welcome to the 22nd episode of the Ayaka progression series. It's been a while since I just went over gameplay, and as you can guess, yes, for today I will just talk about this week. Last time we started to build Sayu. With this week we maxed her talents to 999, and with that another favorite is done for the books. The event in Cimoooooooo also ended after a couple of days, therefore I finally get back to continue the story. The last time I stopped was when we were in Avidia Forest, and went after that to the city to get more clues on the whereabouts of the Dendro Archon. During the search for her, we get the Akasha and find out that the current Dendro Archon, Lesser Lord Kusanali, isn't as popular amongst the people as the previous Dendro Archon Greater Lord Ruka Devata. But then we met the ill Danyazado, which has the same illness as Kale. She is one of the believers of Kusanali. She funded this one festival that I can't pronounce the name of, which is the celebration of Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth. Pretty much her birthday. Nilo would have performed the traditional dance, which Dunyazado was really excited about, but the upper heads of the academia stopped her. And that's the part when it gets confusing. Not really, but you get what I mean. At the start we thought we are trapped in a time loop, but towards the end we find out that it was a scheme of the academia, and that we are trapped in a samsara, a dream that restarts over and over again. Through the help of Lesser Lord, which appears in the dream, which is Nahida, we are able to let the host of the dream, which was Nilo, realize that this is just a dream. She performed in that dream the dance for the festival. With that, the dream of the ill Dunyazado came true, and the whole samsara fiasco was finally over. I also played a bit further, but I'm not gonna talk about that. There was also a lot more to the story, but as I said, otherwise this episode is gonna be too long. I have to say, until now, the only really interesting parts of the Archon quest, for me at least, were when always Dainsleif appeared. Other than that, the others were not as memorable for me. And of Inazuma, the region of Electro, which is my favorite element, I was most excited about. Probably period. I was super disappointed with just the Archon quest obviously. But this Archon quest, especially with the whole thing with Dunyazado, will probably be so memorable for me. In a way, I could really relate and resonate with the character and her happenings. And that's coming from the region I was probably least excited about. I'm not a fan if they use NPCs for important story quests, but the way they did it was honestly really great. I hope that the overall story of Cimoooooooo can end in a good fashion. Other than doing the story, I decided to farm elegant scrolls on these specific days. That when I get one day cookie that I'm ready for her. As you can guess, it is very rare that I build character to max. My friend was farming books for Raiden, and then I realized again how long it takes until you have the scrolls. So I thought I'm gonna start now. When it comes to artifacts, I'm started to split farm Blizzard's Rare and the Dendro set. I really want to try to get at least some decent pieces for Kale, but at the same time I just can't neglect farming god artifacts for Ayaka. That's why I split it up now. This is the amount of Primogems we hit with this week. Next week the new patch is gonna start. That means also more story. I hope I can get all of the story done before this year ends. I'm not gonna stress about it though. Playing it in this way right now definitely keeps me motivated. Never forget, it's a game. And games should be fun, rather than being a chore. That's it. Stay safe, guys. See ya.